Oh. Okay, this is gonna be interesting, I think. We'll have to see. We will have to see. I'm probably not gonna be streaming too long because I get tired and I have to make food for the hobo. But I will be on for a couple of hours at least to screw around and play a new game. I'm also really freaking stoked because the last stream I did went really well. Yeah. Okay. Time to play Slay the Princess. Whatever our horrors you may find in these dark spaces, have heart and see them through. There are no premature endings. There are no wrong decisions. There are only fresh perspectives and new beginnings. This is a love story. Okay. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
The narrator's deceptively soothing.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, that's not fun. Okay, so end of the world.
I'm
what are you
talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Oh god, okay, so there's a lot of... But how can the princess locked away to basement end the
Don't
world?
linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Okay.
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task? You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
Have you considered that maybe killing a princess seems kind of bad, though? Can't someone else do this? Have you considered maybe I'm okay with the world ending? I'm gonna keep exploring. You consider maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about, unless, of course...
Fine. Look, I'll go to the cabin, I'll talk to her, and if she's bad as you may say she is, then maybe I'll slay her, but I'm not gonna get the chance to meet her face to face. Wanted to off a monarch. Viva la revolution! I guess I'll just silently go to the cabin. I don't want to keep
pressing my luck. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within.
Why is the princess at a cabin?
Before you go any further, she will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Why should I believe a word you say?
We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
I guess that's flipped on its head.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
I don't like you. I don't like the way you say that. I don't. I really fucking don't. Something is wrong with how you speak.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
I'm guessing that's what we're supposed to use.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Well, no shit. Alright, we're going to the basement. Oh, so she's in the basement of the cabin. Is she chained up to a radiator?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Okay.
Who's there?
Oh, hi.
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. Good. You're still listening to reason.
I'm gonna be stone cold for this first one, I guess. I guess you gotta do them multiple times.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
Okay.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, actually.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me? I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Okay. Alright, I'm gonna kill her.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation. You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Oh. This is it, isn't it? I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Probably not.
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Yes.
Weird.
Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
God damn, the way she's looking at me, I
over,
hate.
Isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face. But is it over? Really over?
No, obviously not.
It's over. Don't get all worked up. We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us?
Sounds like it.
I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead.
Uh-huh.
Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
I don't believe that.
Yes.
Let's get out of here.
Exactly. It's over.
And I'm gonna guess she's gonna get back up.
With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you. Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
I mean, we've killed
You
the princess.
did kill someone. Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in, and help ease your guilty conscience.
Yeah, but will it,
But
though?
that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
Uh-huh.
You
Okay.
open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom.
That's too easy.
Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find
Oh,
is nothing at
no.
all. Where a lush forest stood
Yeah, I knew
mere
that was
minutes
way
ago,
too fucking easy.
the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
Yep.
What happened? Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Oh, you fucked with me.
What's done is done.
Good
And
God.
there's no going back now. This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
Yeah, I don't trust you.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days or months or years
fucked
or
me
even
over, dude.
decades. It's all a wonderful,
Fuck you.
boring blur. You've never been happier. Psst. Hey. We're not just gonna stay here forever, right? Are we really happy?
No, we're not.
Or is he just telling us that we are? Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Blade.
Okay.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you. He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place
I
to end.
don't
Do
think
you
it's
not?
wonderful.
There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't
Obviously.
you dare. How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it. In a sense, we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore?
It's
This
true.
place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
And that's dumb.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
I'm not really happy. Hey, what's up, Nintendo Mail? That'd
If
be
we
right.
die, you can yell at me all you want. I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world? An
Are you
eternity
not
of bliss?
entertained?
You-
No, I'm not.
You ingrate.
I'm not entertained.
Fine. Whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
Is she still dead down there?
Princess's body
Oh,
is
wow.
dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it. You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Okay.
The end. Nice knowing you.
There's more to this.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a
Oh,
cabin.
we're back again.
And in the basement of that, you're here to slay her.
I'm getting a sense of deja vu.
A terrible sense of deja
deja
vu.
vu.
No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here.
No,
If he
it's
doesn't
not.
remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time.
Oh, that's new.
We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist
That's
that
a new
this has
voice.
happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Thank you, Mr. Gamer. I appreciate it. You as well. Just deja vu. I'm pretty sure this whole thing literally happened.
Hasn't. Or if it has, I certainly haven't been a part of it. Like I said, we've just met for the first time, you and I.
Trapped me there after I slew her last time. I'm going to play... Not gonna play along this time. And all this is real. This really did happen. Already happened. Why would I listen
Those
to
are
you?
two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me. Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too. Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that.
God, this
Believe
guy,
it or not,
whoever this
I
narrator
care
is,
about
you piss me off.
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
That's
What
probably
do you
true.
mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started.
It's fucking Groundhog
That
Day.
sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
Are you pulling some multiverse theory shit on me? God damn it.
It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Ooh.
Just stay focused, will you?
Last time, I'm not going to play along this time. Okay, let's
Just
talk
be
about
quick
the
about it.
princess. After I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything was gone. It's in the basement. What is this place?
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards? Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round. Yes. Maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world.
That would make sense.
Now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end. But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
But we also died, but we're back, and we have a new friend.
You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise.
I don't trust you.
And that's exactly what we're afraid of.
I do not trust you. I do not trust. Save because I can.
Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you?
I mean, living in a
Oh,
world
well.
that nothing is
No
happening
use
and I'm
arguing
all
over your
alone.
pessimism.
Yeah, and that's pretty bad.
Cabin awaits. She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying.
I don't trust you.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I'm rolling my eyes. Tucked her away. Why couldn't they slay her?
Look,
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps. Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special. I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking, so let's just do as he says, and maybe he'll stop bothering us.
Alright,
Great.
fine.
Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Nope.
How unfortunate that the sole person capable of slaying the princess also seems to be somewhat insane. Oh well, As long as you get the job done, it doesn't matter what sort of mental state you're in. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again. Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Fine.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie. She
Yeah?
won't be a problem.
We already know.
The interior of the cabin
Oh.
is cold, a soft odor
That
of
wasn't
dirt
there.
permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows. The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Hey, what's up, Gigi? Alright, let's...
The blade is your implement.
That mirror
You'll need
wasn't
it if
there
you want to
before.
do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
You didn't say anything about the mirror
That's
on the wall.
because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the
not
table, and the
anymore.
door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
That's a lie.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. Who cares if there's a mirror? Let's just go into the basement.
Ah, sure. I care about
As
what they're
do
being
I.
lied to. Agreed.
I'm not lying to you.
Are
Use
you
your
sure
eyes.
about
There
that?
is no mirror. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? Let you waste time preening yourself.
This whole cabin is different than
Very
last time.
different.
Yeah, it is. I don't think the wallpaper was there either.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second
No.
life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Okay. Sorry, texting the hubby.
This really isn't funny.
No, it's not funny. I don't enjoy it. Wipe the mirror clean.
You
Oh!
reach forward and rub
Whoa.
your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Why do I have a scaly hand?
But it was there a second ago. And now it's gone.
Wow, what the fuck?
Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly, it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
Alright, we're taking the blade then.
You take the blade from
Okay,
the
so
table.
wallpaper was there.
It will be difficult to slay the princess and...
Okay, going to the basement again.
The door to the basement groans over the room below. Nobody's here. Naturally.
That's
As
new.
much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure.
She was talking when we
Guess
got
we'll just
there.
have to go down and see.
Yeah,
As you
she did.
descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view.
Yeah, she did. You're
A
done dead.
skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain. Okay, she's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance
Whoa.
to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath
What the shit?
floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous scowl. Finally,
Hi.
the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait. Ghost! Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost?
You would be surprised.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, killer. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
See? See? Even she remembers us.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your
Oh, well,
shoulders
that's
and down
creepy.
your neck as she circles you.
Uh-huh.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin. So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Okay. Let's see what
I see you
happens.
brought that annoying knife again. So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
I mean, isn't it gonna go through you? Exactly what I was trying to tell you about the woods. It's already happened.
Yes,
We killed
obviously
her.
things are strange.
Yeah, no
Right
shit.
Now, I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish.
Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost.
Yeah.
Haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you?
Oh my god, shut up.
And then you'll have saved the world.
I think
Have
he's
we?
asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even...
What do you mean, after? You already know what we mean, don't you?
Uh-huh.
So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that.
Neither did I.
I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
Uh-huh.
That's an interesting choice of emphasis.
I killed you. What are you doing not dead? Do you know why you came back? Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy because I already did that? You dead tricked me, and the enemy of my enemy is my friend. You knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again. I wouldn't have slain you. Not floating around like you are. What happened?
You don't look dead, killer.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try.
And you don't feel dead either.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Yeah, I'm kind of interested
I
too.
tried to leave on my own. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
That's sad.
I just want to go home. I'm so cold and alone here.
Well, you're dead, so...
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? After all, you own me.
Absolutely not.
Whoa, that was different.
Is she asking if she can possess us? She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could... Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him.
That would be interesting
I
indeed.
wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly. You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
I'm curious, though. Do I still get to be in control? I agree to anything. We need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. Was told end the world.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? It's cold.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Obviously, it was wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended the world if you took all it took to kill you was a knife?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
Huh.
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
Yep.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise. The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here.
Why are there two voices speaking?
I'm supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think. But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't. And you ended too. But here you are. And you don't even look any different. I'm not so sure endings are real.
What were you gonna end
I
the
don't
world?
know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt. Maybe I'll haunt you. It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
The princess leans
God,
in close
she's
and
creepy.
pauses. The fridge.
Especially when that someone is dead.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
Fuck
I
you.
don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Do you know why you came back? She does look like a skeleton. She's supposed to be dead.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening.
Don't be
for you.
condescending to me, bitch. Do not be
After everything
condescending.
we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
She doesn't mean it.
It serves you right.
Vindictive,
I
too.
was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
That is true.
It sounds like you got exactly what you were owed.
Mm. What are you doing not dead?
I don't feel very bad, but I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me. Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers, or any of the answers.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead. Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a
Stop
very
with the
useful one
philosophical
anymore.
shit. It's killing me. Your body's right there, though you're dead. Though your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us,
That's
not our
true.
preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't.
Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me. All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper. A nagging
Keck.
reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Keck. Do you want me to?
Well, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
That's true. That knife could have been for anything.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer. Especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
That is true. If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain
And if I
you.
knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance. We all make mistakes.
Good God. You're dead, or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me? Giving it thought enough.
I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go.
Can you even do to hurt me?
Boring question with an easy answer. Nothing.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
Bitch.
See?
Don't play with that.
Or maybe I can rip your heart out. Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who.
Me either.
We could always try violence.
She's a ghost.
Who says ghosts are immune to violence?
This is
Common
true,
sense?
maybe?
There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter.
Fine. Then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of
That's
anywhere.
true.
We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her.
Yeah.
Only now she has a good reason to hate us.
Yeah.
I suppose you have a point.
I don't know. Maybe we do what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and
We could. It would be something
I
that...
like
absolutely
different.
not. If you walk her out of here, she's going to end the...
Is that really so bad?
Yes. It is by its very definition bad.
But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants.
Just leaving her down here.
Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring her problems.
Yeah. There really isn't much for me to do. Actually, I'll let her possess me. Fuck it.
The princess swims through the
Fuck
air in
it.
front of you,
We ball.
pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Too bad. We ball.
See you soon.
Ah.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Nope. Nope.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently,
Ew.
each involuntary movement causing more
Ew.
waves. You collapse to the floor.
Too bad.
and
So
everything
sad.
goes dark.
Yep.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
You're right.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
So, it doesn't work like that for you?
Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
That's
All
true.
these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass.
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice?
Cunts.
I'm me, is what.
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
I love
You
that
don't have
she's
to fight.
calling out your
We'll all be out of here
schizophrenia.
soon.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too.
I'm clearly the same thing you are.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No,
Uh-huh.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there.
Ooh.
Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Interesting.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Obviously she's nowhere to be seen.
She's in us.
Because I'm in here with all of you. Everybody knows that.
Uh-huh.
And setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
No,
You
it was
don't have to
fun.
let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't.
I can't think straight. There's too much noise.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her.
Fuck you, I'm
One way
listening to
or
her.
another, this is all going to end.
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Oh, I'm going.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form, and clumsy with the.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
I do. Wait. If she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the war?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is,
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to
Against the
Interesting.
backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the
Somebody's
stairs.
very
For how
spiteful.
much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
I
Not
like
at
her,
all.
even though she's a
I'll
cunt.
have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as. It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything.
And whine.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess. If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago,
Nah, we're going out.
you continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you.
Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over.
Open the door.
Shit.
Open the door.
But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? Collapsed to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin.
Yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything
Yep.
else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose.
But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking.
We're still here.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world
That is
that
very
exists
weird.
after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Yep. Just as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
You actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
Oh. What? But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? And there's that mirror again.
I don't know where she went, and I don't know how we even go to look for her.
She's gone. It's just up. Don't bother looking for her. I'm sure it's
You're
just
such a pessimist. The narrator
Yes.
is gone.
Does that... He was never going to outlast us.
That's true. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
Something dreadful about it. Ignore him.
Yep, we're gonna
I'm
go look.
begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared
It's
you
different
before.
now. It feels... I don't know. Final.
You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Oh. Oh. Oh, God. I'm uggers. You're alone in a place that's empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. You're at the cabin. Oh, hi. Hello again.
Something finds me in the long quiet and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
Solitary lights? What do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to...
What do you think I am?
I think that you are like me. We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
That's a weird way. The gift of a fragile
Yes.
vessel.
Nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond. Perspectives to make my own. This one is vaporous. She is a dream of a life she could never have, but that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for a yearning heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
What does that mean? Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
That's true. Are you what sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that there is no exit. But this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
Should I do that?
Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole. And perhaps then we will know our freedom.
From destroying the world, if I help you, what are you going to do to me?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape.
I'm guessing
to
you
remold.
want me to... You're being semantic.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Aren't you scared what find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
Okay. How many more pieces of that
More
to
than
find?
you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
How much will I forget?
Everything. Until we meet again.
Alright, make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark and you die. God, that was a sudden crash. Holy shit. Oh. Spectre to her. The hero and the princess. We are back
You're
again.
on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
You can skip previously seen dialogue by hitting tab on your keyboard or RI on your controller.
Look. While I... Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that
this is
much
one we
worse
haven't
than
done.
slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better.
Okay.
Oh, if only that were the case. But I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far. Like I
Okay.
said, I don't make the rules. Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
So we're just gonna go through as much of this
I mean,
as we can.
maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but... Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you... It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise...
Oh, fuck you. Look, off the cam and I'll talk to her.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens.
Maybe.
But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And then
Okay.
each and every... So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns
All
out.
right.
Flawless. You make your way up the short path to the We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him.
Proceed to the cabin. And explore.
You
Enter the basement.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
God, the way she talks.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist,
Haven't
binding
decided
her.
yet.
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of it.
That's true. Drop it.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling
I want to see what
hands
happens.
and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the prince. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here, but I can assure you there's no reasoning with her.
This
Just
gonna be
make sure you
interesting.
don't forget about the blade on the floor.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Yeah, it's pretty awkward.
I know. I just said that. Now why are you here to kill me?
You think I'd just come here to kill someone without having known why? That'd be ridiculous. You're supposed to end the world.
Don't just tell her that.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
God, you're such a psycho.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just
Have
how
you?
long has she been down here?
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here?
That's true.
Chained to a wall. Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
Being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart.
Do you?
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Sure.
Fine. What do you want to know?
How would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't, well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the... She isn't suggesting what I... She is. I'm sure
Cut her
of it.
arm off?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as your Royal Highness. or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Note the lack of detail.
I'll leave it down here.
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics, no matter how hard you...
Okay, talked about.
Oh, have you decided what to do with...
You know why you're here.
I'm gonna keep you locked away down here. Fuck it.
Oh, you have to be kidding.
Fuck it, we're letting her out. I want to see what
You walk up
happens.
to the chains binding the princess. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
If there isn't a key, do you have any ideas besides me cutting you out of there?
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out.
Yeah,
Anything to finally... You attempt
I
to
don't
make
think
your
she's
way out
wrong.
of the basement, but the door at the top of... Is someone else here? Your shouts and plead. You're here to slay the prince. You try the door, but it's locked from the outside. I'll
Oh, you
repeat myself
bastard.
once again.
Oh, the stairs.
You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
Yup.
The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens.
Yep.
Against your
Oh.
better judgment,
Ooh.
you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive you cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and you make
Dude,
quick
she
work
gives
of it.
no fucks.
Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to... How is she so composed after losing an arm?
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Jesus Christ.
We won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I just can't let her as the princess approaches the bottom stair. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just watch me.
Warner.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but
Stop it. Stop resisting.
Resist.
The blade. Move the...
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
she steps forward and pries the blade,
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
and then she slits your throat with an almost grin. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground, blood flowing from your... This is the end, isn't it?
Yup.
I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
It was worth it. It was worth it.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Uh-huh.
You're here to slay her.
Okay. I'm getting a sense of deja
A
vu.
terrible sense of deja vu. No, you...
Don't forget what he did to us the last time.
Oh,
around.
we got the
I
skeptic
wouldn't
now.
Trust a word out of his mouth. There's
So that's
got
a
to be
new
way
one.
out of here, for us and for the princess. I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last,
You know I can hear you two, right? And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophic...
This is more
We
than
could go
deja
back
vu.
and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job, and...
Let's assume I'm
Those
telling
are
the
two
truth.
very different questions. Let's say for...
We've seen this
the
before.
absolute irony. But that's one. You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to
Ooh.
kill you, it was probably for a
So I
good
think this
reason.
time I'm gonna try and
Did you try
save
and
her
free
again.
Did you say something really mean
Because
to
when
me?
I did the
Because if
opposite,
really did
I
what
went
you
back
said I
to
did,
square
you probably
one.
deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Sure you are.
Anyway, I believe
if your second question was, what do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. Yes, but in this, if it's the latter, what do you think happened? Do you think the people there lived happy? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to live in. For all we know, the princess... Oh, how I wish that were the case. But if the princess weren't a certain inevitable threat to... You're talking in circle. No, I'm talking in fact.
Let's talk
Just
about
be
this
quick
princess.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know... What proof could you possibly... Literally anything. Fine.
Check my pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words...
There's the icky
evidence.
hand again.
Within, you find a note in your handwriting.
That is so dumb.
That doesn't prove anything. How
That
do we
is
know
so
you didn't
unbelievably
just forge
dumb.
our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please
God.
just trust that these rules are...
I don't
mean
trust
you're
you.
on our side as long as we... Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do, I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
Yep. Who locked her in the
People
basement?
locked-
People locked her away. Why didn't they kill her?
course.
Yeah.
Yes. Right. Weird. Look, you're annoyed that you're here. I get it. I'm also annoyed that I'm here. But we're all in this together, and we're dealing with a bit of a tick.
You're being cagey.
I've told you everything you need to know. Not to sound like a broken record.
That's all.
Great.
Alright, we're going to the cabin.
She will lie. Yeah. Did you just say... No, I didn't. Wink. Just ignore this clown and focus.
Proceeding to the cabin. Is the mirror going to be there again? Oh, it is definitely different.
The only furniture of note is an iron table, bolted to the floor. A pristine blade. The blade is your implement.
That's definitely
You'll need it if
different.
You want to do this right.
You didn't say anything about...
Definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you?
The mirror's back again.
As it should. There isn't a mirror. There's definitely... There isn't. I think you know.
Why would you lie about that? What's
Exactly.
the point?
Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste...
The whole cabin is different
Very
from last
different,
time.
yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on it? Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't. So focus up.
I'm approaching the mirror first.
Walk up to the wall next to the basement. This really isn't funny.
Wipe the mirror clean.
You reach forward and rub your
It's
hand.
not
It was
there.
and now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know
Maybe
about
it'll be
it,
back.
it must be important.
Alright, we're taking
You
the
take
blade.
Good idea.
We're going downstairs.
The door to the basement creaks open. Reveal her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while
Does she
since
not
I've had
remember
company.
me?
Does she remember us?
I wonder if she...
You walk down
Oh,
the
she's changed up
stairs
even
and lock
more.
eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves. The chains binding both
she
her
can't just
wrists
cut her
to the
arm
far
off now.
wall, joining them at... So much for cutting her out of here. Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of... Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
That's true.
Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose.
Yeah,
That was
that's
there
true.
last time too, wasn't it? It was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
Not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm gonna go sit with her.
You
Hi.
step towards the princess,
Hello again.
but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's
Uh-huh.
reasonable. We do have a weapon.
Sit
You do
where
as
we
she
are.
asks and sit on the floor. Still a good distance.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Me before, and I'm the only one that remembers
Oh.
this.
Are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game. But yeah, I remember.
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true. As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use.
It's complicated things. How?
That's what I wanna
Ideally, This
know.
was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process, the situation right now, where you're getting a second shot, a contingency for you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were. I really
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals?
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
Yeah, no, you can't put the toothpaste back into the tube after you've
And
squeezed it out.
Maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. That's pathetic.
Yep.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself.
That's
At
weird.
least we can remember what happened before.
But I like this.
Exactly. He gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How
The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information.
I won't.
Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Yeah, totally. You were asking about my intentions earlier. What did you mean by that? What happened after I died
Nothing
last time?
happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Okay.
And now you're back.
Is that really all she knows?
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things
That's
work.
true.
And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
I mean, yeah.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's
The
possible
way you
she really doesn't
use that
know
inflection
anything.
tells me
Maybe
otherwise.
both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
What do you mean by that?
Yes. Your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it?
Why are you here?
There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, and I don't see any keys in your hands either. So I'm afraid my only way out is another
The
surgical
surgical
removal.
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck?
Or does she think she'd survive?
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. Or
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. But I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
No. How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in the shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Oh my god.
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that.
She certainly seems confident.
Or maybe you should consider the most...
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for
Well, I'm gonna let her
leave
have
alone.
it, so...
So...
Because I want to see if
what
this
should we
proceeds
do?
any further.
I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros.
Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons. If you're handing her your weapon,
Escape.
the cons are that she might use it to... That doesn't
Okay.
sound great. There are none.
The pros are that we can't trust him, possibly even more than we can't
That's
trust her.
true.
And whatever she
That
has
is very
planned could do
true.
something to mess with what he has planned.
That other wall. Who's
I
that
don't
for?
know, but you could always try it on. Maybe it'll fit.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please...
You realize that I have as much reason to distrust you as
I
you can
do.
distrust me.
So I guess this all comes down to which of us caves first. And it's not going to be me.
Yeah,
I'm extremely patient.
clearly.
It's probably better if we take action anyway.
That's true. I can't cut you out of there. I'm not giving you the weapon. Alright. We won the weapon. Deal with it. Alright, I'm gonna give it to her.
Slide it over.
No.
Because I can.
Absolutely not. I am not letting you hand your only weapon over to the world-ending princess.
Too bad. Gonna do it.
Until you come up...
You tried this last time. Do you want to know how it went for you?
Oh, I remember. She killed us, which, by your...
Exactly. If I were you, I wouldn't be too keen on repeating your mistake. Hell, we could even force your hand and do it ourselves.
A little. I think you got your point across. Fine.
There you go.
You slide the blade
That's
across
right.
the floor.
That's
The princess
fucking
maintains
right.
unsettling eye contact as she reaches down to pick it up.
Thanks.
She pulls up her hair, smiling slightly. What is she doing? She doesn't say another word as she cuts into her own neck.
No.
Watch it. I'm watching. This
Her
is a
eyes
show.
Stare forward, unblinking.
I'm watching the show.
Skin,
Get my popcorn and
veins,
everything.
Cartilage. Last, I'll be damned. She's actually doing your hunt.
So that's her play. Killing herself? She isn't dead yet.
Finally, you hear a snap. There's an uneasy silence.
Oh.
She remains motionless for a long moment. Her twitching eye the only movement in the room. Her head twists slowly to the side, flopping to her shoulder, and her neck opens. The remaining tissue is not enough to hold the weight of her severed head. It stretches and tears until finally falls to the floor. Oh no, oh no, oh no, what did we do? Can we put it back? Please tell. The princess's eyes stare up at you. Dead.
Huh. So I guess that's it. What a way to go.
I hate this. Can we just get out of here? Of course, the princess is slain and the world is saved. Whenever you're ready.
Now hold on, she's dead. So what's the rush?
I don't have an angle. I'm just looking forward to putting all this
I don't believe
behind
you.
us. I'm sure you can understand.
Look, I'm just not ready to put my guard down. It's best to keep sharp. She wouldn't have done all that without some...
You're
I
just
agree.
wasting your energy. The danger has passed.
Take the princess with me.
Ugh, fine. You pick up the princess's severed head. Its neck stump still oozing.
Did you see that? I could have sworn she
didn't. She's... But what if she's not? Are you listening to yourself?
Oh, she's
Do I need
twitching.
to explain to you
Oh,
why
she's
decapitation
twitching.
is lethal? The door to your bountiful reward is...
Leave the cabin and claim my reward.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to only a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find. Instead, what you find is... Wait, no, that's not...
Well played.
Yeah.
This is the end of the world, isn't it? I always thought I'd at least have time to explain myself before I had to watch it happen. Over? Is he gone?
But we're still here. Maybe it wasn't the end of the world after all.
Oh.
Thanks for carrying me up here. I had to take it on faith that you would know what to do. I'm glad I was right to trust you. So, this is the outside. Maybe it's just my lack of body, but it's colder than
Oh, hi again. Hello again. Chance to respond.
She's gone. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing...
No, that can't be right.
Go to the mirror. Oh. Yep. You've grown. Ooh. Quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. Kosher. Empty cityscape become pockets of virtual movement.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh
Everything you say feels like a riddle.
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than...
Jeez. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close and reflect. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and it feels correct.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am.
This is
What I
so
cannot tell you what
fascinating.
desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, when I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own.
Mm-hmm.
They are useless to us now.
You have been kinder to me. I met. Why?
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
That's true. What's on this vessel?
This one is cold and cynical. She has protected herself when others could not. Do not mourn her. She doesn't need to be protected
That's
any
true.
longer.
What do you want me to bring next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers.
Okay.
And every perspective illuminates my shadows.
How many
and
preferences
shares
on
no
what you like to
secrets.
change?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to
Huh. The worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more.
Okay.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. I would be alone and without sensation.
I'm ready to go back.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Yes, we will. And we die. Prisoner head to her. Okay. So, I'm gonna get curious and look at the... Oh, there are a lot of different things I can do in this. Oh, shit. I could be doing this forever. Good God. Good ending doesn't count. You have to outweight your destiny. Dude, I might do all these just for shits and giggles on my own. But, I do want to get the good ending. Good ending, slay the princess. Okay. So follow the narrator's instructions to play the princess. Good ending is achieved by attempting to set the narrator's word of internal paradise. Achieving the ending doesn't... Our song achievement for gallery. If you've ever met the shifting mound mirror, he's made it to chapter 2, then after getting end card, she'll let you complete your task and will be forced to proceed to the Spectre, making the ending completely inaccessible. So I would have had to do all of that. Chapter 2, you refuse to proceed to the cabin, damning the world to oblivion. Okay, so I guess we can't do the good ending. Guess we can't do the bad ending. Or the good ending. I think we've...
I'm talking about the end.
done that.
Don't... While I... It's,
Okay, we're going to the cabin. I'm gonna kill her twice.
The interior of the blade.
This time. Take the blade. Into the basement. Slayer. I feel she has to have some kind of trick up her sleeve.
We should make sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I really don't think you should. And why shouldn't we? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy.
Check for a pulse.
You lean down and
she's
place
gonna
your
grab
hand
us.
against her neck. We definitely won't if you... I'm sorry, do you want her to be alive? You just saved the entire world from annihilation. Why?
Ha! She's still there.
Wait.
Yep.
What was that? You know what that was.
I guess I won't be dying alone after all.
Whoa.
Something sharp digs into your side. Quick, let's get out of here. It's too late
Oh
for that
man,
now.
she's a
You
psychopath.
collapse to the ground
I
as
love
the
it.
mortally wounded princess twists a blade of her own deeper between your ribs. As you fall, she falls with you, exhausted by the effort. The little life that...
An eye for an eye. A life for a life. I guess we're even now.
Yeah, we are.
See you around.
Yeah, we
You
are.
were so close. For whatever that's worth.
And we did.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. The razor, let's go.
You're on a path. You're here to...
Haven't we
it
done this
hasn't.
already?
Or if he doesn't remember what happened, then
This whole thing's a crock of shit. She's just going to
The
pull a knife
cheated.
out of nowhere
Okay,
and
so
stab
that's
us
another
again.
one.
stabbed to death. Well, you won't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that's exactly what you
I
told us
love it.
last
I love
time.
that there's,
You
like,
said this whole thing would be easy. but
3
after we
different
sank
voices
our
that
blade
we've
into her
talked
heart,
to.
She just
Calm down. I assure you she has no weapons.
Uh-huh.
Those are 2 very different Let's say if you're back here, we mostly listen. If she... But congratulations, you've been... And I believe your other question was something along the lines of...
Yeah, we've heard
What
all
do you
this shit.
Yes, but in this... Had you failed to slay the princess?
Screw this. Who cares what happened to everyone else? She's not going to play fair, so we should do what we can.
At least you know not to trust her, but you do realize that everything and everyone includes you, right? If you it was so close to finishing the job last time. She can't get the jump on us twice, if we're... That's the spirit.
Ugh. I guess we're going to the cabin.
She will lie.
He couldn't be more on the money. But we're really doing this, aren't we? I'd say you're lost, but I'm stuck.
We know what to look out for this time. Just stay focused and you'll be...
Alright, let's go to the cabin. Let's keep going.
The interior of the cabin is a jagged mess of warped wood and broken
Oh, that is
boards.
definitely
There's splintered
different.
The blade is your implement. You'll need... Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means
Liar.
you'll finally drop that ridiculous... So focus up.
Liar.
That's because there's definite... There isn't.
Can you 2 stop arguing? It's stressful enough in here without all of this extra noise.
Hilarious. Whether I'm being
As do
lied
I.
to.
I'm not lying to you.
Let's go check the mirror.
You walk up to the wall. This really isn't...
Wipe the mirror clean.
You
And it's gone
Now
again.
it's gone. Yet another thing in here playing.
You take the blade.
Take-
Feels a
blade.
bit better to have a weapon in our hands.
Go to the basement. It's already open too. Everything's just blown to
The door to the
smithereens.
basement creaks open, revealing what must once have been stairs. The fractured slats look as if they've been torn. The air seeping up
Ugh.
from below has an almost metallic quality to it.
This is
The
creepy.
smell of fresh blood. And you can hear what sounds like the rhythmic scraping of metal.
That's right. Scraping. I told you she has.
That sound could be anything. It's probably just her chains dragging. Her grating voice carries up the stairs.
I hope you've come to rescue me. I've been stuck down here forever.
Your
There is
voice has
something
changed
so
too.
wrong
What
with
the
that voice.
Yeah. She thinks she's better than us. Like she doesn't even have to put on an act this time.
As you
Oh,
descend
hi,
the
bitch.
final step, the form of the
Happy New
princess
Year,
comes
Oria.
into view, her sharp eyes following you from across the room. I wonder if she remembers us.
Of course she does.
Finally, somebody! Quick, get me out of these chairs.
Come on now, we're not falling for that, are we? She's trying to trick us, but she
Yeah.
can't harm.
If she sounds threatening, it's because her mask is already slipping. She knows why you're...
Uh-huh.
What are you waiting for? You are here to rescue me, right?
Jesus. Just gonna stab me.
What? No, I wouldn't.
This is my first time
stab
playing
you.
it, so
I am just a
So far, I
sweet
like
innocent
it.
Princess trapped here for no reason. And you are a brave knight who's supposed to walk up
she
to
is
not
such.
stabbing distance to help me.
I have absolutely zero doubt.
She certainly feels... Just because she's
Mhm.
acting like she's going to stab you doesn't mean she has the meat. But you know who is armed? You. So stop second guessing. But I'm nervous. All the more reason to jump into the deep end and deal with her right now before you waste any...
Last time? If somebody came into my house and stabbed me to death and then I killed him, surely I would remember that. But
Sarcasm.
I don't remember it, so it must not have happened.
The sarcasm.
There you go again, talking up delusions about a...
Ugh, it's like the 2 of you are working together on this. Aren't you listening to her?
She's... Oh, I'm terrible at spotting lies, and even I can tell something's
Yeah.
up here. We can't be the only ones
Yeah.
that look back to the start. Yes, something is obviously up, and we can all tell that she's lying. The thing she's lying about is how dangerous she is, not...
That happened, so you do remember it.
Would I just lie? Would I just lie to your face and tell you a thing I remembered happening didn't happen just so I could stab you again?
Yeah?
I mean, just so I could stab you for the first time.
Aha! She slipped up there. Do you hear how deranged you sound? Please stop dawdling. This is only going to end with violence.
I know you have a knife. I'll let you out of here if you drop it. Killed each other last time. I'd rather not do it again. What if we both honest with each other? I was sitting here to stop you from the world, and you killed me last time after coming back from being stabbed in the heart. Screw it. Slay the princess again.
The princess falls silent, her smile Okay, she hasn't pulled out a knife yet, and her hands are still behind her back. I think we can do this. I think we can win. We just have to strike now. But your focus is broken by the horrible sound. Who's me? Not hers at first, then yours.
Yep, we die together again.
How? What did she even hit us with? You stare down at your chest and at the long, thin blade she impaled you with. And then the red, angry slit along the flesh of her thigh, where the blade had been nestled just a moment ago. It's still lodged in her leg, emerging from her knee, hinging up and...
How?
Bullshit. Absolute bullshit.
You're going to die now.
With a twist of her knee and a painful squelch, she does just...
Yeah, we're dead. Oh! Chapter 3! Oh!
You're on a path in the wood. No, fuck that. If we're gonna have to keep doing this over and over and over again, we're not... What? The interior of the cabin is sharp, a constricting mess of... I feel... Oh ho ho ho! I guess I took us to the cabin, didn't I? Isn't that interesting? The circle's getting smaller and smaller. Running isn't an
Oh,
option.
another voice. That's 4.
Good. It's better that way.
That's 5.
Without a fight, no one. Great. So obviously you've already been here. This is our third. No wonder things have fallen apart. You do realize that every time you fail, she is... That can't be right. That's too much responsibility. Nah. Impossibly high stakes make the fight so much... Let's just stay focused, shall we? The only furniture of note is a bent metal table. A pristine blade We take it. Okay, sure. You take the blade before letting me finish telling you this feels right. We just... That's right. We've got to be able to win eventually. We will win eventually. Hell, we might...
I have a feeling this guy is
That's
absolutely
a fighting spirit
schizophrenic.
I like to see. You could all learn a thing or two from this. I'd love to get started just as much as you would, but how are we supposed to get... You walk through the door. You do know what... But there isn't a door. It's just that mirror again. There isn't a mirror. You really messed things up, didn't you? It's like you can't even see reality. I can feel the air coming up from behind it, stinking of iron and steel. He might be right. Could be If it's in our way, let's just break it and move on.
I kind of like him. Let's go.
You make your way to the door at the end of the room, stopping just in front of it. You really must think you're looking at a mirror. Well, let's just fumble for the handle and be done with it. I don't care what we look like.
Yeah.
You reach
There we
forward
go.
and place your hand on the door, and the mirror's gone. It
Now
was
surprising.
never there. Let's just get to the princess already.
I'm with
I didn't
you.
care about the mirror before, and I care. Guess it's time for us to see her again. Just stay focused, and you'll be fine.
Let's go. It's gonna be
You
worse.
step forward, but you don't get a chance to linger on the basement stairs.
Ooh.
They are smooth and flat and metallic. Your body
Hi.
tumbles onto the basement floor, and the form
Hello
of the
again.
princess comes into view, standing at a...
Hi. It looks like you don't have a way out, so I'm not going to play dumb anymore. But don't worry about how bad you did last time. That's part of the fun.
She's got another thing
I love the
coming if
psycho.
She thinks we're going down. Pride makes us dead. The only thing that matters actually does survival matter. We've died twice and nothing bad has come of it. Nothing bad has come of it yet.
Yet.
Plenty bad has come of it. You've left at least one entire world to ruin. The past isn't real. There's only your internal
Whoa!
bickering is cut short by the wet sound of slicing meat. From the princess's arms erupt twin blades. She's loose, and she is...
You're going to make me walk over to you, aren't you?
Shit. She's coming.
We're panicking. We're going to appeal to her authority. Gotta stiff up her lip about it. She can't hurt us if we don't let ourselves.
Yes.
Yep, let's do that.
Yes.
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not? Let's see if we can turn off the part of us that feels.
Pain is good. It's how we stay alive.
Nah, I'm sick of pain.
Ah,
Yeah, this whole thing would be
yeah.
a lot more tolerable if it didn't hurt so much.
it's true. Do your worst. I bet you can't even hurt me.
Sure thing. I love a challenge. I bet I can hurt you so much.
Good God.
Princess closes the distance and we dodge. And you dodge. And we fight back. And
Yup.
you fight back.
Oh, you're fast. But let's see how fast you really are.
You and the princess enter a quick and vicious exchange, each of you wounding the other, but neither landing a fatal blow. Yes, this is exactly it.
He's getting off on
The
this.
dance couldn't last forever. All it takes is a single clumsy moment.
Gotcha.
And? Does it hurt? No.
Ooh.
Oh, a new one of us.
He's back.
I thought that only happens when we die. You're on a... No, you're in a... Where the hell are you?
I don't like that we died without us knowing it. This really, really blurs some
It's
lines
just
that I
going
prefer
in
not to be
circles and getting worse
Are
and
we
worse
still
and
dead?
holy
Are we alive
shit.
again?
If we didn't realize we were dead, then... Stop saying dead, all of you. We might have died a second ago, but this is all horribly wrong. How many times have you been here?
This is 4.
Yep.
No wonder everything's such a mess. This wasn't supposed to go past 1.
I wonder what you're going to do next. You're so full of ideas, and I love that.
You sound like a robot.
But I guess we don't have time to talk about the... Okay, whatever we do gets us another... us. Let's see how many we can stack.
We're
There's gotta
playing
be a point where it
Pokemon with
makes
these
us
voices in our
better
head.
than her. We don't need any other voices chattering about in here. It'll just confuse us. Yeah, I'll pass on.
As long as we keep moving, why not? It's not like dying again.
That's true.
Again is doing us.
Come on, show me something new.
Heal. Surrender. Swords for arms. We don't. All these ideas suck. And again, your memory blurs and your consciousness leaps from life to life to life, holding only snippets of the conflict it transfers.
None of this is working. Think. She skewers you. Well, there's more of us. Let's see if that helps. Then you skewer yourself.
I thought we both understood that dying doesn't get...
Huh. That didn't do much of anything.
This
We're
is
tougher than I
getting
thought.
weirder and weirder.
What's the point? It's all
Oh, that's a new one.
She skewers you.
Oh, don't give up on me just yet. You gotta keep going.
It doesn't matter how many times this... Okay, let's go again. Compliment her on those gleaming blades. She skewers you.
Uh-huh.
You're cute.
See? We're getting better.
Uh-huh.
Okay, yeah. That was a good one. Just panic. Flee.
The paranoid.
She
Okay.
skewers you.
No, you don't get to escape. That...
We're getting close to something. Can't you feel it? One last time. You're right. One last time. That's all we need. Let's appeal to her better nature. We haven't tried that. She skewers you.
Uh-huh.
And then everything goes
Goes
dark.
and you die.
And you die.
Chapter 4, mutually assured destruction. Hey, we've been making the right decisions to keep it moving.
Don't lose your head. We're in a cabin and
Everything feels like it finally fits, doesn't it?
Different and
We're
different
up
is
here,
good.
which is different and different.
oh, what if we throw it out the window?
Over my
no.
dead body. That won't be very hard. We've died a lot.
Besides, what better way to
The
die
smitten.
so very many times than at the sharp? Sure, I can think of a better way to die.
They're all the...
How about we stop thinking about horrible ways to die?
How many voices are in your head
The
now?
only thing we're gonna manifest is fun. There are entirely too many of you. How many times have you been here? How about you stick to describing things, and we'll yeah, leave it to the pros. We'll not. Narrator, we heroically stride through the door and towards our...
That's hilarious.
You walk to the door. It's more of a slide. Fine.
We know.
I'll just shut up then. And are you sure you don't want me to describe the stairs? Or this
No.
don't care? Just want to win.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine. You make your way to the basement, where the...
You know, this last time I killed you, and you didn't pop right back up again? I thought I'd actually done it. I thought I'd cut you into so many pieces you just weren't able to stitch yourself back together. But I guess we're not done. That's okay with me. It's good even. I like that. I got something ready for you while you were gone.
Yes.
Do you want to see it? I'm not going to wait for an answer. I'm just going to show you. It's worth it, though.
What, do you got, a
Just you
chainsaw?
wait, and not for very long, because I'm going to do it right now.
You gonna say what she does? Do you want me to talk now? Well, yeah, she says she has something new. Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I think I speak for all of us when I say that I would like to hear.
Yeah, describe the new
describe
thing
her
for
new
us.
Really? Okay then.
Here we go. Now.
The princess's skin twists,
Whoa.
splitting into red blooms of raw meat as it stretches and tears. And then it erupts. She becomes a wave of blood and viscera, pieces of her splattering against the walls. All that remains in the center of the room is a skeleton of blades. A heart beats fury.
Are you ready for what comes next?
No, but
Holy
we're gonna
shit.
go.
She's gorgeous. Absolutely divine. Yes, behold the. Do you think we can throw her out the window? That looked painful. How is she still alive? Still beating, that's all she needs. This is fake. This is all fake. She doesn't even have a back anymore. How are we supposed to stab her?
That's true.
This is all just a sick joke. I
hate
existing.
I feel that.
Screwed.
I feel that so deep in my bones.
I'm done. Forget it. All right,
Empty my mind.
It's so.
Him too.
Something feels different about you. It almost makes me feel different. Like I should actually take this seriously for once.
You should. You do not act, and yet through that inaction, your body moves on its own. The princess strikes as you approach. But as her blow finishes its arc, you're already somewhere else.
You're incredible.
Your weapons clash again and again. You and her entering a rhythm free of thought and free of self. There is only the dance, the ebb and flow, the shifting of the tides back and forth between you. The deeper you fall into your play, the faster your hearts pound and the faster the momentum volley between you. An endlessly building crescendo and then an opening. Your blade strikes free of volition, and hers strikes too. Both strikes are lethal, neither of you will survive, but neither of you will fear what's to come. This is a good ending. Oh. Do we actually get to, like, the ending of something, it looks like? You do not get to see each other die, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave, and memory returns. You do so. As silence has reached the glass. Decay. You've withered. Ooh, it's getting worse. Just up in the long quiet once again. Received the cabin, obviously. Let's go up to her. That's new.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction. A mass of tides.
Alright, we're gonna see what she says, and then I'm probably gonna call it there. I am hungry, and I think I will play the rest of this on my own and use it as, like, Patreon and channel content. Channel member only content.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
Huh. Can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
Yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence.
Huh.
I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Interesting. How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
Well, that's an interesting way to put it. It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse. Nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I guess not. If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me.
It says that your heart is gentle. That even in the darkness you are guided by compassion.
What do you think of this vessel?
This one is a single-minded edge. Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be. If that remains your choice when all is said and done, then you may try. But
Okay. Do you know what happens in the world?
my perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I
Okay.
have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my
Just
temper
riddles.
axis will change when our work.
Have you figured out what you want when we finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves, but none of them rise above their dance
Okay.
I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you, and in
Do you still not care what I bring next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with.
We don't have any
The
preferences.
tides do not dictate where they're. My gift to you is to let you choose your path, and my task,
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
we will know when we near our destination.
Let's go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Alright. Everything goes dark and you die. So, I'm gonna call it for now.
You're on a path.
And I will probably do this as another kind of series for channel members / Patreons, since there's a lot of different endings and I don't think I can do all of them in stream form. And there's a lot of other games I would like to play. So, Thursday, we start Silent Hill 2 Remake. That's gonna be a lot of frickin' fun. Can't wait to see you guys then. But until Thursday, sweet nightmares.